Hello, it's Laura Van Vertlo with Stampin Up, independent demonstrator since 2007. And today I am going to show you how to use sea salt with your backgrounds to create very unique, and it looks whimsical and like there's movement in the card. And if it's hard to see, I like to actually leave the water on or spray more water on than some people have. It kind of leaves this sparkly background, almost like you winked it, but you didn't. So I'm going to show you how I did that, because the first one I did, and I kind of messed up the turtle, but it also does like a blotchy little bubbly looking background as well. So let's go ahead and get started, and we are going to use this adorable Well Done stamp set, and it has a coordinating punch, and I do believe it's about $31.50 for the bundle. And now to the end of July, which is this week, every $50 that you spend, you get $5 email coupon from Stampin' Up, and you can use it in August. Best part about August, guess what's going to be here August 4th? Yes, the holiday mini is here, and it is fantastic. I just am in love with it. Let me get something real quick. I forgot. I was putting down my new background and forgot to put that down, so you guys can have that. You can always visit my blog or order from my Stampin' Up website. So, okay, so we are using the Well Done and the punch. So the first thing I did, I went ahead and used the Seabed 3D folder and ran it through the die cutting machine. Not the new one, I don't have it quite yet. But I love this, all the scenery and the textures in it. And I saw somebody make this gorgeous card where she just did it with a shimmery white and colored it. So I'm going to try that next. So may have this set on my desk for a couple days. Matter of fact, I'm planning on starting a new Zoom class. If you purchase the Well Done bundle during August with the host code that I will have listed in a minute, at I think it's the end of the month. I forgot the date. Oh, and this terrible. I'll put it on the blog so you can see what date to sign up for it and get your bundle. It's a pre-order. And what happens is you use the host code and it ships right to you. So if you're not local, then that's fine, because we can all stamp together via Zoom, and I can show you the techniques and how the cards are. And if you spend over $50, I will mail you the consumable parts like this to make the cards. Otherwise, you will use your stamp set and then whatever card, stock, inks, and other embellishments that you have. And of course, you can always add on to the Well Done bundle. Okay, enough about that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the card base aside. This we're going to use for the sentiment. What I do is, I saw this great tip from Patty Bennett, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm using these more for watercoloring backgrounds or not. But, you know, hey, Stamparatus, multiple uses, get your money's worth, right? So what I'm going to do is, another tip she shares, is if you wet your back, this part first, it will not bow as much, if at all. So some of the people actually took a water painter to water paint this. I thought it was easier to just wet it really good, because I like the more when the salt dries and then you wipe it off, which is what we're ultimately going to do, but I like seeing some of the residue on there that gives it that shimmer. So I'm going to take the re-inker and put a little bit there. You really do not need a lot. And this is a Pretty Peacock, and then I'm going to use Pool Party for the other color. And I think the turtle one was all Pool Party. Now I'm going to tell you, this is something that needs to be on your list. These are the brand new water painters. You get 3 of these for $12. Look at that. Brush tip, a large tip, and a detail tip. and they're longer, so they'll last a little bit long. You won't have to refill them as much. And I love this wide tip one. It just makes this so much easier to do. So let's see here. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of water in there, and I'm gonna do the lighter or darker color first. I know, got it backwards, but so I'm just gonna go at the bottom, and each card's gonna be different. That's really dark, but oh well. We may trim some of this as well. I think I did end up trimming the sample. And then I'm just going to kind of, since I don't have my grid paper here, I got this new background and I love it. It just looks so much better than the inky backgrounds that I use when I'm in here creating, and it just looks like a tornado hit it. Okay, so now I'm going to turn around and do this and try to blend it. It's a pool party, and then try to blend them together a little more seamlessly. And then, so now it looks more like the ocean, if you ask me. It's kind of darker at the bottom, and then, kind of ombres up as a gradient. And then, like I said, I love this wide brush tip one. Is just fun. I love it. Now, I'm going to get the salt. And this is also going to be August. If you're a local club member, this is our technique. So this will be kind of fun. So I'm sprinkling it on, and what happens is the salt is going to absorb the re-inker. So this is where, I hate throwing that out, but I know I'm going to get it all over the place. Okay, this is where I do that extra spritz. A lot of people did not do that on the videos that I watched, but this is if you want more of the residue look. And come on, spritzer, go. There we go. And that's about good. You just want to see a little bit of the water and then the ink like this. And you can use your heat gun a little bit to speed up the process, but I would let this thoroughly dry since we're going to stamp on the watercolor paper, which is, I forgot to tell you, is watercolor paper. So, of course, I already have one that I did as I was getting ready. And see how much lighter the ink colors were on this one? It just depends on how much ink you do. But you can see how the salt has sucked up all the re-inker in the area. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this to the trash can and wipe it off. And you will see what's left. And I can see just a hint of the shimmer like I like. And we got a little bit darker in the bottom, so it's good and dry. So now we are going to stamp some of the details for the background. So what I did is I kind of did a rock and roll technique for the seaweed. And I used Granny Apple Green, and I'm basically just following the colors in the designer paper. I do that a lot just because Stampin' Up just takes all the guesswork out for you, and it makes you look like you're a pro. So here we go. You ready? And I didn't even tell you what I was doing. I'm sorry. Okay, so you just stamp it in the lighter color, and then I'm just like lightly kind of rocking it on there to give it kind of that different look. This is where I'm kind of wishing I had my grid paper. I know it wipes right off, but you know how things are when they're new. Okay, I'll grab my ink. All right, let's just do it this way. So I kind of didn't want it to be as the same, so I kind of did it a little bit lower so it looks like a different type of seaweed. All right, so now I'm gonna put that aside so I can clean it. And we are gonna go ahead and do the coral. The coral I did with Blackberry Bliss. And I just did on here. On the original card I did the Calypso Coral, but I didn't really like how it turned out, so I just thought I would do, okay, we're just gonna have to see. Yep, it does come right off. Cool. Okay, Where's my original? There it is. Okay, we're going to cover this up anyway with the sentiment, so I'm not going to do much more. And then let's put the fishies on there. And I love how they set up this fish because I'm going to, yes, had to think what color the whale was, sorry. There we go. Sorry, those are so loud. Okay, so how they position the fish is they made it really easy for you to make it look like a natural school fish. It's like they just seamlessly go together. So I think I'm gonna stop there because, you know, you think you want one more and you end up doing that extra one and you don't like it. Okay, so now we're gonna do the whale. And I had tried it with the Pretty Peacock. I really did not like it. So even though this color was not listed, I felt pretty safe using the Night of Navy because I think it looks really pretty with this color combination. So here we are going to use this punch, and I think this is for the seaweed. I didn't want to complicate the card much more just because of we're already doing a lot for this technique. But on my next couple cards that I do, I'm going to try to use that to make it look 3D. Oh, there we go. And there is your whale. And unfortunately I have to throw that out because the other color is on the back. So it doesn't look good. And then I'm going to stamp our Thanks a Ton. And I do believe I did that with, yep, I did. The Pretty Peacock. Yes, Pretty Peacock. That one. If you have ever followed Carrie Cudney, she's one of the corporate people, and I've met her several times at conventions and Stampin' Up events. I think I got that from her, where you're constantly closing the ink pads, even though you're still using them. But it just became a habit, and now my club members are like, wait, I'm not done with that yet. So I'm over here cutting with the Big Shot, the next layer. Okay. I can't wait to order the new die cut and emboss machine. And as a demonstrator, I get to order August 4th. I'm so excited. I get to try it out. So here's basically the guts of the card. And now we can just put it together. And here's the new Stampin' Seal. After watching a video, and God bless her, she did a wonderful job, and I cannot remember her name right now. But what you want to do is just kind of lean it forward and pull up. Lean it forward and pull up. Like she said, we're used to the old snail where you just pull and pull away. And when you do that with these, it makes that gummy stuff stick right through here, which as long as you keep it clean, you should be okay. But ever since I watched her video, I'm loving this. Oops, sorry if you saw my head. There we go. And of course, we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this as soon as I figure out where I put. Oh, there they are. And, oh, you know what? I need to cut this. And you know what? Because I forgot to get the matte piece, I'm just going to show you how I pulled off the sheer ribbon. When I looked at this, I thought, oh, that's going to be really, 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 really pretty, because I thought it was going to be that deep. But it's even more pretty because look how see-through that is. So I'm thinking Christmas cards, this is going to be gorgeous. I mean, just, and I already bought an extra spool of this, so I'm excited to try it with some of my Christmas cards. But it's got that glistening look. But what I did for this is I just kind of overlapped it a couple times. So you do get a little bit of the pool party. And then I used my snips like so. And this is the fun part. Okay. So I used some Stampin' Seal on the back, just so I can get that in place. And then I have my glue dots that I'm going to use, like so. I've moved everything on my desk. I cannot find, right off the bat, my take a pick tool, which I prefer using, but I'm going to use what is right by my side, since I forgot to. I thought I got all the pieces cut for this card, but that's okay. So that's how I did that, and then I just attached it to the card. And then so what I'm going to do is cut this down just a little bit and mat it, and then you will have your finished product. So again, end of July, July 31st is the last day to get bonus coupons to spend in August. Here is my website, lvanvertlo@stampinup.net, or not at, but you see me. And then you could always follow my blog. Blog has a lot of details that how I create the cards, and then of course subscribe to the YouTube channel so you won't miss my next technique video. And who knows what else? Maybe I'll show you the stamp cut and emboss machine next time. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day.